think the Met Gala looks this year are just so fabulous. All the celebrities have outdone themselves. The theme this year in 2024 was Garden of Time, and we see this interpreted in a lot of different ways. To me, it just means a garden, a lot of florals, a lot of nature, flora and fauna, and then the reference of time. So I feel that people interpreted this how they wanted to and took things from different decades and time periods and brought them into the more modern time. However, I think the look that really stole the show for me was Tyla's sand look. So she was wearing a dress that was sculpted to her body and very form-fitting, strapless, and just was really structural, looked sculpture-like, and had sand all over it and kind of flared out at the bottom. This dress was so tight and so structured, she actually couldn't walk up the Met Gala entrance stairs. Somebody had to carry her. And then she had on this side some gold leaf almost that looked like sand, and same with this arm as well. She was carrying an hourglass as a purse, so it really represented the time aspect of Garden of Time. And I feel like it was great because her song Water is really what brought her into the public eye, got her so famous, and she's doing something that sort of relates back to that with the Sands of Time. Another look that I really loved was Demi Moore's look. She was wearing this black dress with florals that had this big round sculptural piece behind. It was almost like two floral wings in the shape of a heart as they kind of like go like this, and then she had arrows coming off of that. So I just thought this was really beautiful, really nice interpretation of the theme. Another look that was absolutely stunning was Mindy Kaling's, and this is just a really sculptured dress with a headpiece billowing behind it and a long train on the ground. And this is also similar to Tyla's, that kind of sand color. Just very beautiful and elegant and really a work of art. Camila Cabello was another look that I really loved. The dress was, you know, so very elegant, beautiful, nothing wrong with it, didn't really wow me, but the part that wowed me was she was carrying an actual block of ice with a rose in it, and the block of ice was melting as she walked the red carpet. And I just thought this was such a beautiful interpretation of Garden of Time. I can't imagine though how her hands were feeling and holding that for so long. She must have been freezing. I actually loved Kim Kardashian's look by Mason Margiela. It was a strapless silver bodice and covered by a kind of like lace floral silver attachment to the bodice, the skirt that was see-through. And she had a gray sweater wrapped around her that she was holding kind of to cover up, and her hair was mostly undone, but in the back it had a braid, like came into a braid. And I feel like this is also just a beautiful interpretation of it. I love how creative the stylists and the celebrities got with these looks and how they all interpreted it a little differently. And what she had to say about her look was she was just running through the garden and she grabbed her boyfriend's sweater and she kind of like rolled out of bed. That's why her hair is like a little mess. So that was like the story behind the look, the inspiration behind the look. I also loved Gigi Hadid's dress. It was this white dress, very fitted, and it looks pretty normal at the top until you get to about her hips, and then it flows out into kind of a mermaid style and has a long train of white fabric with yellow flowers. And if you look more closely, it took me a moment to actually catch this. I was like, oh, that's a beautiful dress. And then I saw some other angles and it looks like she's stepping out of a suit. And I just thought that was so creative and so fun, and still really looks like it's part of the theme of Garden of Time. In addition, they have these like fun and playful aspects of the look, and then she also has a short bob and really classic makeup. So I thought that was amazing. And Gigi Hadid wore Tom Brown. The men also did not disappoint this Met Gala. Lewis Hamilton was wearing such a stunning structured suit by Burberry, but what really struck me was the details of the jewelry. So he has this gold chain that's kind of interwoven, looks like vines wrapping around themselves, and then it has little thorns, like rose thorns. And then he also had a similar bracelet that he was wearing that had rose thorns as well. And although it could be a little bit uncomfortable, maybe not the most practical, but fashion doesn't need to be practical, I really loved how this was a subtle way to bring the theme into those intricate details. I really loved Lil Nas X in Loire, but I don't think it's really on the theme as much, but it is an amazing outfit. Definitely love it. I think that the layering with it is just really skillful and it looks amazing on him. Another look that I loved was Taylor Russell's, and I was watching the Vogue interviews live, and she's wearing this wooden bodice with flowers coming up on it and on the back, and this skirt attached, white draping skirt that I thought was so beautiful. And the inspiration behind it was a tree, and she said, I've always wanted to be a tree, so this was my opportunity. And I think that was also a really beautiful interpretation of Garden of Time as well. I hope you guys liked this video reviewing the different Met Gala looks. They are all so gorgeous, and I just really love how the different designers and stylists interpreted this theme. I love everything floral, so this really was, I think, one of my favorites. Let me know in the comments below which look was your favorite, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up so you don't miss any future videos. I'll see you in the next one.